Hello and welcome to my channel. So over the weekend I took part in the Dewey's 24-hour readathon. I thought I'd do a wrap up video just to let you know how I got on, how I found it. So in my TBR I'd planned to read 3 books, and the first of those was Assassin's Blade by Sergio Mas, which you've probably heard a lot about before, but it follows Selena Zardothian, an assassin who's a bit of a badass, to put it mildly, and this is a story of what happens before a throne of glass. I was 174 pages into the book at the start of the event. I really enjoyed reading this book. When I finished the Assassin's Blade, I picked up Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. It's a book set in the future in 2044 where the character Wade is a gunter who's looking to find the Easter egg which wins them billions of dollars. And what I found when reading it was the text size is particularly small. When I started reading it at 11 PM my time, I was already getting a bit tired and the eyes were getting a bit strained, so I put it down, and my original plan then was to dip into The Catcher in the Rye, but during the readathon, when I was thinking about this, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling reading the classic after being awake for so long. I did, however, pick up Sweep, which is the first 3 books in the Wicca series by Kate Tiernan. I read the first book, which is Book of Shadows, and it just follows the story of how Morgan finds herself, finds out she's actually a witch, and how that affects her life. I'd heard good things when I picked it up. Benjamin of Benjamin and Tomes was recommending it on his channel. I read this for around 4 hours. It took me to read the first book. Enjoyed my time with it. At 8 AM I went back into Ready Player One after an hour or so of reading very little. I couldn't focus. I was tired at this point, and at around 10:30 I gave up 70 pages into Ready Player One. So overall stats, I read a total of 516 pages over 12 or 13 or so hours, and I was around for a good 22 of the 24-hour readathon. In that time I finished 1 book, I finished 1 part of a bind up with 3 books, and I got about 10% of the way into Ready Player One. I'm a fairly slow reader, I must admit. I'm fairly slow. The other thing was that once I finished Assassin's Blade, which, oh man, so good, so good. I didn't have any books that were like sequels or I had read a bit into, so I was starting books fresh, and there's a lot of build up, world building, character development. So if I did it again, I'd try and get some more books with more action, or at least sequels. When it got to about 2 AM I was like, I'm going to take a break. I took a few hours breaks during the event, and it kind of helps. You get some food, something to drink, and just give your eyes a break. I didn't take any naps, because towards the end I was like, if I fall asleep I'm probably not going to get up, so that's going to be the end of the event for me. So I held on as long as I could, and looking back I was awake for 22 hours of the 24-hour readathon and had read for about 12 hours of those, so I think if I planned it better I could have scheduled in a few quick naps so I'm not as tired. I'm interested to know how you guys got on. Did you take part in the readathon? How much did you get read? How did you do? And do you have any tips, any advice, what works for you? If you leave those in the comments below, that'd be great. I'll definitely read those. I was reading Twitter a lot during this event, so if you have a Twitter account and you'd like to follow me, there's links in the description for Twitter. Goodreads as well if you want to see what I've been reading, how much I'm reading, all that stuff. And if you like this video, if you like what I'm doing, give it a thumbs up, it'd be amazing, and you can subscribe as well if you want to. So guys, to wrap up the wrap up video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So I did The Dewey's Decimal